What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my bombastic co-host, Josh. What's up, Josh?
Bombastic? What the heck does that mean? Okay.
I'm Googling it right now. Oh, actually, I just insulted you. It sounded nice, but it is not. It is high sounding, but with little meaning, inflated. So, Josh, I take it back. Yeah. Let's just go with how good of a word bombastic sounds like, and we're going to go with that meaning. Guys, also joining us today, we've got your co-host for this week. We've got Joey Wright with us. What's up, Joey?
Hi, I thought I wasn't allowed back because I lost yesterday, but I don't know. I stole the StreamYard link, and here I am. So let's go.
Here you are. We're just keeping on rolling with it.
You know what you did right, Joey? You made us look good. So we're like, yeah, keep making us look good.
Thank you, Josh. Josh, I would like to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, guys. Joey, thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
Guys, also joining us today, we have a very special guest returning to the show. We've got Zach with us. For those of you that do not know Zach, he's on Twitter at FF Chalupa Batman. He is the host of the Tripwire podcast and Beyond the Analyst for Triple Play Fantasy, and he's a writer for Fantasy and Frames, Dynasty Vipers, and Club Fantasy FFL. Zach, thank you so much for coming on today, my man.
I'm excited. I gotta redeem myself after my pathetic pole perception performance last fall.
Well, this is off-season pole perception, so the game is entirely different. The kind of
so I could be even worse different.
Now. Yeah, you could be even worse. There is no bottom. You haven't hit bottom of the barrel yet, Zach. So we'll see if you get there today, guys. And I don't know why I started that with guys. I just wanted to highlight Zach always comes on with the most fire Disney wear whenever he comes on our show. He had that Hercules baseball jersey last time, and now he's got this full body Captain America, like ripped abs.
I didn't even notice it until you just said that. Can you stand up? Can I get a better picture of it, Zach, real fast? I'm sorry. That is cool.
It's pretty sick, right? Pretty sick. And that FF Fit Club, we can see it poking out underneath.
You can be my winter soldier.
Those abs are clinging. The fake abs are clinging to your real abs underneath there. Looking good. Guys, we got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Craig, what's up? He said, every time I see Zach's Twitter handle, I want a chalupa. And Batman thinks of how Joey hates Michael Keaton. I love Joey, but I also won't let him live it down. Is it true, Joey? You hate Michael Keaton?
No, I love Michael Keaton. I just said that Kevin Conroy is my favorite Batman, which I'm not even that sure of. But
so you hate Michael Keaton?
Joey hates Michael Keaton.
I love Michael Keaton.
You hate Michael Keaton.
Somebody alert Michael Keaton. Albert, what's up? Good afternoon. Glad to have you in here. And JL, hello to you as well. Hope you're feeling better. We got Mr. Scampers in here saying, hello, Puppet. What's up, Mr. Scampers and others, not just Puppet. Hello to everybody. What's up, Dame? Welcome in. And Mr. Scamper says Ben Affleck is Joey's favorite, right? Or is it Robert Pattinson?
No.
Robert Pattinson did a good job.
Or
I thought Ben Affleck was a great Bruce Wayne, but not that great of a Batman.
Jay said Zach must work out. I think you're right there. Twin, what's up? Glad to have you in here. And guys, before we get started with our game of pole perception today, a couple reminders. Number one, if you are not already following our guest Zach, go and fix that right now. He's on Twitter at FF Chalupa Batman. So make sure you guys go over there and follow him directly this instant. After you do that, if you're watching this show, that means you're already on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that like button on this video and make sure you're subscribed to our channel at Front Yard Fantasy. It is the best way to show your support for what we are doing over here. And make sure you don't miss any of our game shows. And guys, we didn't do it last week, but we are back this week tonight with some fantasy football pub trivia.
Yes.
So if you want to come prove that you are the best at trivia in the chat, if you're watching our game show every day and thinking I could beat these clowns, well, come prove it tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Josh and I will be hosting it. Josh is going to be playing some trivia with you guys. I've got the questions all written. So tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time on this YouTube channel, Fantasy Football Pub Trivia. Make sure you guys.
I typically win at least one game. So, I mean, you guys aren't going to stop me from winning again. No way.
Twin, you're saying I had the underdog in Josh yesterday. I got you today, Simon. What? I'm an underdog? I guess I am an underdog. I'll take that role. Scott said, what's up, Zach? And Dame is excited about Fantasy Football Pub Trivia tonight. Dame's a ringer in there. Dame gets in there and
Dame kills it usually. Oh man, Dame Albert usually does pretty well as well. Mr. Scampers, you're all right. You're a cat though. You can't expect much.
It's got to be hard to type with those paws, guys. Before we get started with our game, I'm going to run through the rules, and then I'm going to hand it off to Josh, who is running today's game. Today we are playing Pole Perception. Before the show today, Josh found 7 polls online that he is going to be asking our contestants about.
I found 10 actually.
He found 10. If we run out of time if we have time, we'll go through more of them. But how this game is going to work is Josh is going to propose a poll to one of our contestants. He may ask me what percentage of people chose side A in this poll. It is always going to be side A that you are guessing. I'll give the percentage, which is going to be me setting a line. So I may say 65%. Zach and Joey, you guys will then be responsible for guessing whether the actual percentage of people that chose side A is over or under my guess. The closer I am, the more points I get. 1 point if I'm within 15. It scales all the way up to 10 if you get it exactly right. There's different ranges in there, and then you guys would get points 2 to be exact for correctly picking the over-under. We will go like this through our entire first round, and then in the second round, we have a new mechanic that has been introduced. So once we've all answered our first round of polls, in that second round, instead of just going over or under, you may now go way over or way under. If you think the person setting the line is off by 15 percentage points or more, you can say way over or way under. Now, the catch is, if you say way over and they're only over by 12%, you are going to get 0 points. It is a double or nothing mechanic. But if they are, in fact, 15 percentage points or more away, you will double the points you're getting, and you are going to get 4 points for picking the over-under. After that second round, where that's an option, we will have our final poll where all of our contestants will be guessing the percentage. Whoever's the closest there will get 5 points unless they get it exactly right, in which case they will get 10. And the contestant with the most points at the end of that round is our poll perception champion for today. You guys ready?
I'm liking Zach's vibes. I think he's got it today.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's honed
I was eyeing y'all down. I was eyeing y'all down before, while Simon was describing the game, and Zach looks like he's most ready. So sorry, Simon.
I'm just trying to remember all the rules. I'm like, all right. Over, under,
Chosen
got it. All
right. Chosen Rose, what's up? Welcome in. And Brady, hype for some poll perception. Let's go. Go Tigers. Am I right, Brady, or am I right? And Jail said, I'm sorry I missed Zach. We went to the same high school. Did you guys kiss under the bleachers?
We went to the same high school, not at the same time.
Oh, so no to kissing under the bleachers?
We love you, JL.
Not in high school, no.
Well, he's sick, so I wouldn't recommend it now.
Yeah.
And Craig saying, sorry you aren't feeling well, JL. Yeah, us too. Hopefully he can make it back soon. And Coach Craig Sports, what's up? Welcome,
let's
in.
Go.
Josh, you ready for some poll perception?
Straight vibing. Yeah, I'm ready, guys. Zach, you are going to be going first today. Are you ready? That's the big question here. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I got this.
All right, so let's just hop into our first poll. Let's have some fun. Zach, let me ask you this. You're on the clock. It's a PPR redraft league. Who are you drafting? Are you drafting side A, Mark Andrews, or side B, Stephon Diggs? The question is, what percentage of people chose side A, Mark Andrews, in this poll?
I'm going to go with 24%.
So you think that 24% of people chose side A, Mark Andrews, in this poll. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So, Simon, we are coming to you next. Zach went with 24% on side A. He thinks 24% of people chose Mark Andrews. What do you think? Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 24%?
That's a good line. I was hoping you would go a little bit higher. But I think in reality, most people are going to take Diggs here, right? Like you put them in that situation, they're going to take Diggs. But in a poll format, I do think it's more like people may see this and be like, oh, well, Mark Andrews is my tight end 1. And it's more fun maybe to click Mark Andrews. So I think like in reality, if you put 100 people under the gun and made them draft, it would be less than what Zach said that took Mark Andrews. But answering this poll, I think it's gonna be a little bit higher. I think it'll be in the 30s that say Mark Andrews. So I'll say over.
All right, Simon's going with the over 24%. Joey, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 24%?
Yeah. Are we allowed to go way over yet?
Nope.
Not yet. That's round 2.
Okay, just over then.
Just over?
I don't think I've been in a draft where I've seen Andrews go behind Diggs, to be honest. It's weird. But then again, I draft the same 5 people because I'm only in 6-man leagues. So it's the same 5 people every time. But no, I do think it's going to be a little higher than 24% on
And
Andrews.
in those 6-man leagues, the tight end position becomes even more important, right?
Very
important.
Exactly.
I mean, but
There's
for real,
the
smaller the league, the more important those one-off positions become, tight end and QB.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we got some great guesses in our chat. We got Scott coming in say 3, 5, and straight 5 and 35%. Mr. Scamper saying 39%. Dame saying 44%. Craig saying 40%. Albert saying 41%. And JL saying 52%. And then he's just laughing for some reason. He's just saying LMAO. You know, his ass is off right now. Well, you're on the clock in a PPR redraft league. Who you drafting? Side A is Mark Andrews. Side B is Stephon Diggs. The actual percentage of people that chose side A, Mark Andrews, was... The chat was pretty close on this one. 47% of people chose Mark Andrews in this poll. 47%. And, man, there were some really close guesses. I think Dame was the closest. Yep, with 44% there.
44, nice Dame.
3 percentage points away. That's awesome.
Jail was pretty close too there with 52. Nice job, Jail. That would have gotten you points, but you're sick. So no points for you. Just soup.
Hurry back, Jail, but not before Monday.
So Zach, real fast, I wanted to ask you, you went with 24%. I'm taking Diggs over Mark Andrews myself. I'm pretty high on Diggs for next year, though. So is this kind of outlandish to you? Do you think this is a little crazy that so many people chose Mark Andrews?
I mean, you did say redraft. Maybe people can't read a poll, and they were thinking Dynasty or maybe tight end premium. But yeah, I don't know if you're just doing a standard PPR redraft league. I don't know why you would take Mark Andrews before Diggs. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it, but for that higher percentage, it seems a little high when Diggs is a very adequate. It's not even the right word. He's a very talented wide receiver on a great offense. I don't know why you'd want to mess with that.
I mean, I ranked as the number 3 wide receiver this upcoming season, so I'm with you. What were you saying? Were you about to say something, Simon?
I was just looking up where their ADP was currently according to fantasy data, and Diggs is only like 6 spots ahead. And then I was going to pull up, but if I'm not mistaken, Kelsey was a first-round pick, like according to ADP last year. I believe not even like 11 or 12. I think he was like 8 or 9, according like depending on the source that you went to. And while I would take Diggs here, Josh, I think you and I just don't want to talk for Zach and Joey here, are particularly high on Diggs. You know what I mean? He's your wide receiver 3, and he is currently my wide receiver 4. So while I wouldn't take Andrews over Diggs, I would take Andrews over, say, my wide receiver 7 or my wide receiver 8. And if that's where people have Diggs currently, then I don't have a problem with it. Know what I mean? I'm just not taking him over someone that I view in the top tier of wide receivers. And Diggs is in that top tier for me.
But at this, if we're going based on this poll, I feel like I'm going to be buying a lot of Diggs if people are pushing him down that far.
it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think it's a mixture of people pushing down Diggs a little bit, just maybe the perception of his isn't quite as high, but also Mark Andrews finishing tight end number 1 last year, dominated as well. And I think a lot of people expect more of that this season. What do you think, Joey? Do you think this is?
Yeah, I mean, I think Diggs' down season was a wide receiver 7 last year. And if that's his down season, let me buy that. But I do like Andrews a lot. I'm a little afraid of Andrews with Lamar Jackson, though. That might sound crazy, but you know, a lot of his great stats came with Huntley last year. So I think Andrew's still going to be great. He's the tight end 2 for me right now. But man, am I taking one of these guys in the first round? Let's say I have the swing pick at number 12, because I am in 12-man leagues, not just 6-man leagues.
Well, it's actually the same 6 guys, but you each take 2 teams, right?
Oh man, I would probably lean Diggs, but if somebody like a crazy thing happened, like Eckler falls to me at 10 and I can get Andrews on the back end, that means that I would get my running back 2 and my tight end 2. And that's nice. I like having that, because Diggs I have a little bit lower. He's like my wide receiver 6 or 7. But I still love him. So I realize I didn't give a real answer there.
No. I mean, you gave an answer. I mean, you said you like both of them and you think the poll's legit, because when it came down to it, 47% for Mark Andrews, 53% for Stephon Diggs. That's pretty close, you know? So, you know, you can make an argument both ways, I think, right?
Yeah. And Scott in here, this is a great point. Was 2021 Andrews an outlier or the new norm? Fantasy is risky business. Absolutely. And I think maybe Travis Kelce kind of broke that barrier. Like, we got so comfortable with him as that tight end 1, like being confident that he was just going to finish there, that it was totally okay drafting him in the first round. I think you might be seeing some carryover effect from that. Know what I mean? He provided such stability at that position that we see Mark Andrews do it successfully. And he's got the draft capital or the team behind him. He's the number 1 receiving option there. Maybe people are just assuming, or using that Travis Kelce justification to take him that early, trying to get that tight end one.
Real quick, do you feel Andrew's position or situation improved with Hollywood leaving?
No, I mean, for me, yeah, I think it's fairly even.
Same,
man. Right. I mean, like Hollywood Brown's one of the best, just like go deep receivers in the league. He runs really fast. He can do a lot more than that. I'm not just limiting to that, but you know, you don't want to see that being lost in the offense. It opened up opportunities for Andrews, I think. But yeah, so hey, good job on that one, both Joey and Simon. That's going to get you 2 points each for both predicting the overcorrect. Zach, this is still anyone's game. There's no doubt about it. All right, you guys ready for the next poll?
Let's do it.
All right, Simon, this is going to be your first poll, and your poll, man, that sounds weird. Your poll will be: will James Conner be a top 15 running back this season? Side A is yes. Side B is no. What percentage of people chose side A? Yes.
If I hadn't done my rankings and broken it down, I would have clicked yes so fast on this poll. Know what I mean? I would have said, yep, absolutely. No doubt in my mind, he's going to be, because you start thinking of these names and James Conner, you're like, of course he deserves to be a top 15 running back. He scored 15 touchdowns on the ground last year, right? And then Chase Edmonds is gone. But whenever it comes down to it, like the names ahead of him, I've got him at RB17, and that's not a bad thing. He's a RB2 with some serious touchdown upside. I don't expect him to get 15 touchdowns again. Now, that being said, I would vote no here, but it's very close. But I think more people are going to be on the yes side, that maybe they haven't broken down what all running backs are ahead of James Conner. Like, where does he actually land? And I'm going to say this is going to be like 66% on the yes side for James Conner.
So Simon, you think that 66% of people said, yes, James Conner will be a top 15 running back this season. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think people are they're going to see 15, and that seems low for James Conner after what he just did.
All right, Joey. Simon went with 66%. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under?
I'm going to one up the poll. He's a top 10 running back for me this year. He's my RB8. But
nice.
Yeah, I love his situation, and Darrell Williams doesn't really just deter me at all. He was in a position battle last year with Chase Edmonds, who people thought was better than him, and Conner won out. But oh man, that's a great line, Simon. I'm just stalling so that I can think more.
I do it all the time.
Oh God, 66%. Man, I want a Queen Bee you so bad because it just seems like a good number.
Queen Bee me.
I'm gonna go. It's so close. I'm gonna go under.
All right, Joey's taking the under, but he had a lot of trouble trying to decide. So, Joey, you're saying that less than 66% chose side A, right?
They shouldn't, but yeah, I think.
Okay. So, Zach, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 66%?
So I feel just like Joey. I don't know if I put Conner that high, if I had to rank him out, but I think he should be a top 15 running back, but I don't know if the general public will have that same sentiment. So I'm going to go lower as well, but I think it's really close.
All right, Simon, both of the guys, they took the under on your guess of 66, even though it's really bothering Joey. He wanted to Queen Bee it. He thinks it's a great guess, but he thinks it's just under. Well, let's see what the chat has to say about this. Dame is saying 68%. Jay is saying 56%. JL is saying 62%. Albert saying 53%. Mr. Spur saying 88%. Brady saying 72%. Well, let's see, guys. Let's see. Will James Conner be a top 15 running back this season? Side A is yes. Side B is no. The actual percentage of people that voted for side A was 50%. 50%.
Oh no.
50% of people chose yes, James Conner will be a top 15 running back this season. So I think maybe part of the question is like, maybe people aren't thinking about this as like where you're ranking him, because I rank him as a top 15 running back, but we all know James Conner has a bit of an injury history. So if he misses some games, is he going to be a top 15 running back? He still could be, but maybe that's part of the reason why some less people voted for him that way. I don't know.
Also, I think it's just maybe I overestimated what people are going to do based on last season and like what I've been seeing about him. He seems like he should be, but maybe the name's just also not not sexy enough. Know what I mean? Like there's enough question marks that whenever people see this, they're like, maybe that's not sexy enough to click yes in this poll.
Yeah, I lied. He's my 12. I thought he was 8 for some reason, but I got him behind Fournette and between Fournette and Javonte.
I have him right between. It goes Fournette, Montgomery, Connor, Javonte. I think just about 10 spots lower in my rankings than you have those guys.
I have him at 12 as well.
Josh, that's a good number.
So, yeah.
Pat yourself on the back there, Josh.
But hey, I said I'm working on my projections still. We're gonna see some things changing. Like I said earlier before the show, I was talking to you guys. DeAndre Swift, I was statting out his projections, and he's winding up a lot higher than I expected. So my rankings are a work in progress. Zach, does this poll surprise you at all? Yeah, I know you said you think he's going to be top 15, but you're hesitant to go too much higher. What do you think about 50% saying yes, he will be a top 15?
I feel like 50 is lower than I was expecting them to guess. It doesn't surprise me, though. I think people forget how dominant James Conner was with Pittsburgh before his injury season. And I know he gets banged up here and there, and I think people still hold on to that. But even with Arizona, I mean, he was dominant in Arizona, and he has less competition for touches now. And DeAndre Hopkins is gone for the first 6 weeks. Yeah, Hollywood Brown came over, but I mean, they could still be really feeding him the ball. He still can catch the ball. I think people forget that he's also a pretty good PPR back. And so I think we all, like in this group, recognize that he was really talented and still is really talented. But I think there's just that kind of stigma still on him. And this again tells me that I should probably draft more James Conner at a good value in my leagues.
The reason I am a bit lower on him, I mentioned, I'm not like low on him. 17 is a great RB 17. Like that's a solid RB2, middle of the pack RB2.
It makes sense.
That's where I've got him. And the reason I don't have him higher is because I'm not going to predict 15 touchdowns for him again, right? That just seems preposterous. Could it happen? Absolutely. In that high-powered Arizona offense, he's a goal line back, but to predict 15 touchdowns for a player that isn't named Jonathan Taylor or Derrick Henry makes me a little bit uncomfortable. So I've got James Conner probably with 10 hitting that double-digit mark, and that's enough to bump him down just a couple spots in the rankings.
Yeah. But here's the big thing. If he can take that next step, pass catching, like he was a good pass catcher. Great. I remember some highlight reel pass catches last year. No more Chase Edmonds. I know they have other running backs that can fill that void a little bit, but if he takes the majority of that Chase Edmonds void of pass catching, he's the top 10 running back. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
it happens, right?
He had over 70% of their touches inside the 5-yard line, and that's with Kyler Murray. And that's why I liked him last year more than Connor. I mean, than Edmonds.
Yeah.
Maybe the Darrell Williams signing scared people.
I think it is scaring a little people. It's Darrell Williams. He's good. He was good last year.
He had 1,000 yards last year.
So maybe he's just the Chase Edmonds this year, and then Connor might need that 15 touchdowns to be where he was last year, and then that's a little scary, right?
Yeah, but I don't need 15 touchdowns from him to be top 15. So
we'll see. No, not to be top 15. Not to be top 15. I think someone made a really good point here and said something to the effect of like, that seems like a line for him being top 12, not him being top 15. And I kind of agree,
Yeah. Also, Scott said, but 15 touchdowns made him top 5 all the way back to RB 17 would be a ton of regression. I wonder what the difference between RB5 and RB17 was last year.
It's like you said, when you do projections, you're never going to project 15. You're probably going to project, like you said, like 8 to 10 touchdowns is a much more realistic projection.
So the difference between RB5 and RB17 last year was about 50 points. The difference in 5 touchdowns is about 30 points. So I really don't think like taking 5 touchdowns off and dropping them 12 spots is that preposterous, right? That seems fairly normal. There were injuries, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry coming back. I'm projecting them to be fully healthy as well. There's just a couple other names that get thrown in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know that seems like a big drop, but it's 50 points. That's not a huge drop.
All right. Well, good job. Well, actually, hold on. So Simon, you were just outside of 15 percentage points on that last one. That's not going to get you any points. But Zach, you're going to get 2 points for correctly predicting the over/under. And Joey, you're going to get 2 points. And that's going to give you the lead. It's going to give you the lead. We have a close game here, guys.
I didn't get
Joey, you ready for your... yeah, let's go, Zach. Let's go.
Josh, I am ready. I am ready for my first
ball. Let's get in there. All right, Joey. So you're on the clock in a best ball draft. I know you like best ball, Joey.
Love best ball.
You need a running back here. Kareem Hunt and Melvin Gordon are best available. Who you taking? Side A is Kareem Hunt. Side B is Melvin Gordon. What percentage of people chose side A, Kareem Hunt in this poll?
I'm taking my wide receiver. No.
Not an option, Joey.
I mean, these guys are pretty neck and neck. When you're at that point and you're trying to take a running back. I'm going to give the slight edge to Melvin Gordon. I'm going to say 48% Kareem Hunt to side A.
All right, Joey's giving the slight edge to Melvin Gordon. You are saying 48% of people chose side A, Kareem Hunt. Is that correct, Joey? 48%?
Yeah, because I think if Watson does, just speaking football only, if Watson does end up starting more than 12 games this year, he's going to take some of that rushing work away. And I know Hunt catches a lot of passes, but still, yeah, I'll give the edge to Gordon.
All right, Joey's going with 48%. Zach, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage that chose side A, Kareem Hunt, is over or under 48%?
Over.
So you think that even more people chose Kareem Hunt on this poll, correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right, Simon. Joey won with 48. Zach took the over. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 48%?
Under. I think even less people took Kareem Hunt. You split as Joey, but I think it's going to be in like the 20s or low 30s is where I'm thinking. Melvin Gordon had a great season. They just re-signed him in the same situation, better quarterback, better offense. So I'm going to stick on the Melgo side and think more people will go that way as well.
I didn't mean to split you guys. I'm sorry. I hope we can reunite by the end of the show.
No, Zach and I hate each other now. We are now mortal enemies.
We're done.
All right, let's see what the chat has to say. Coach Craig Sports saying 58%. Mr. Scamper saying 29%. Should be 0%. Ooh, wow.
Nice.
Big shots at Kareem Hunt there. Scott saying 42%. The Chosen Rose saying 52%. Jay Wall saying 69%.
I don't like that.
It's like the numbers are going up. Dame is saying 70%.
Whoa.
Albert saying 54%. Brady
like
saying
that.
61%. JL saying 53%. People are all over the place on this one. They don't really know how to vote. We got lovers on both sides. And then Scott is saying 39%. Well, guys,
I'm ready.
guys, you're on the clock in a best ball draft, and you need a running back here. Kareem Hunt and Melvin Gordon are best available. Who are you taking? Side A is Kareem Hunt. Side B is Melvin Gordon. The actual percentage of people. With our guest coming in real fast, coming in now saying 69%. The actual percentage of people that chose side A, Kareem Hunt, in this poll was, and I'm not just pausing for dramatic effect. My monitor on the right side just went away. It is 67%. 67% of people chose Kareem Hunt in this poll. 67% of people.
That's hot.
67. Yeah, J Wall and coming here now both with 69.
Wow, good job,
I am
guys.
shocked. Now I got to draft all the Melvin Gordon.
All right, Zach, that's going to get you 2 points because you are the only person to get any points on this poll because you correctly predicted.
Good job, Zach.
Under. Hey,
Man,
that's tie it up with Joey.
I feel like we just did this game with Melvin Gordon last year. Know what I mean? Where people were like, oh, well, Javonte Williams is in town now. He's going to be the only guy. Better draft him and forget Melvin Gordon even exists.
Time out, Simon. Last year, Javonte Williams was a rookie, right?
And people still did it.
That's
people
different.
still discounted Melvin Gordon. Josh, I'm saying,
Williams showing what he's showing.
Come on.
We're just talking about perception of people. Javonte Williams showing what he showed last year. You got to expect it's not going to be a 50-50 split, right?
I think
a little bit of 65-45.
Overreacting. I'm with you. I think people are overreacting. And I don't love Kareem Hunt. You know that. I've never been a big Kareem Hunt fan. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just trying to make a case for why people are clicking Kareem Hunt over Melvin Gordon, right?
Well, I think it's because it's a bet. You said best ball. So I think people are thinking, yes, Javonte Williams can go down and Melvin Gordon can step up, but I think people just think that Kareem Hunt is like the best handcuff running back out there, whether he is or isn't. That's just that perception. And so that it doesn't, I think Melvin Gordon, it should be way closer. But it doesn't shock me that the perception was that Kareem Hunt was the runaway.
That's a great point about best ball, Zach. I didn't even consider that. If let's say Nick Chubb and Javonte Williams get injured, which one of these players would I want as like my RB1? It would probably be Kareem Hunt in that Browns rushing offense. But it's close still. That makes it closer.
I don't know.
That quarterback changes the situation on that.
Yeah.
Like,
The quarterback.
with Russell Wilson in Denver now, I might want Melvin Gordon. Believe it or not.
And
That's
let's
crazy.
talk about
but-
the other side of the card, Deshaun Watson. We don't know with him, right?
Or Baker
I don't
Mayfield.
really know if it helps him.
Or Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, I don't know Bears.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a tricky one. I see why people picked each side. I probably would have guessed pretty close to the middle on this one myself.
But in drafts,
so
isn't
I'm
Melvin Gordon going like 3 rounds after Hunt right now? That's what it
I
feels
can
like.
tell you in a second, maybe.
There we go. Which I find a little strange. I mean, Kareem Hunt, when he's healthy and playing, he does put up solid numbers. It seems like every year. And every year I doubt him. But every year he gets hurt. So it's like I doubted him and he's playing well and then he gets hurt. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about that.
That was my chance to pull away.
Currently, Melvin Gordon's going about 11 picks behind Kareem Hunt.
Okay, so 1 round.
All right.
Now that he's finally
Still
signed.
crazy.
I think earlier he was getting just dumped down the draft because he wasn't with a team.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, we got a close game still, guys. Joey and Zach are both tied for the lead. Simon, you're not far behind. You're not far behind. This is anyone's game. Zach, are you ready for your second poll?
I'm ready.
And this is a
All right,
reminder,
let's go.
this is where we can start going way over, way under, starting
Yes, sir.
with this
Yes,
poll.
sir.
So do another bad guess, Zach, if you could.
Ooh,
We all
this
did
one's-
one in the
this one's
first
interesting.
round. So
Zach, Dynasty PPR, which wide receiver? Side A is Deontay Johnson. Side B is Deebo Samuel. What's percentage of people voted for side A, Deontay Johnson, in this poll?
I'm going to go 8%.
8%?
Yep.
You think that 8% of people voted for side A, Deontay Johnson. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, Simon, we're coming to you next. Zach went with 8% on side A, Deontay Johnson. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under or way over or way under? I don't
So
think
the
any
way over would
unders
make
are
it-
coming into play.
would make it 23. And that's I'm going over. I'm just debating right now whether I want to go over or way over. Man, if Deebo's situation was 100% secured right now, right? They had everything figured out. He was happy, hunky dory, everything was good. Then I would probably say the way over for sure. You know what? Let's do it. Way over. Just because I think oh wait, no, that's the opposite. I would have said just over, not way over.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go way over. Yeah, I did the logic and then just didn't follow it right. So I'll go way over.
Yeah. I didn't want to I don't know how it would give anything away, but I was like, yeah.
You and Zach, your faces combined told me that something in my logic didn't add up to the answer that I gave. And then I started thinking, I was like, yeah, that's I said I supported one side and then did the other.
Okay, so Simon's going with way over. He thinks that much more people chose Deontay Johnson here than 8%. Joey, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage is over or under or way over or way under?
I'm just going to go over. I always give 3% to each player just because of teams. But Steelers fans have more like anywhere you go in the country, you're going to find a Steelers bar. I feel like Steelers fans have overtaken Cowboys from those fans like across the country and across the world. So, yeah, I'm just going to go over, but I think it's going to be I think it's 8's actually a pretty good guess. It's maybe like 15 or something. So, yeah.
Also,
Over.
to Scott's point, he said, as opposed to DJ super solid Mitch or Tiny Hand situation. Oh, I agree. His situation is not great, but that's why I was debating whether it was closer to 8% or 23% instead of around 50%, right? There's a reason where we're talking way down in those low numbers.
I think we've also learned this offseason that no wide receiver situation is certain with all these moves.
That's true. That's true. It makes it more exciting, though. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's see the guesses in the chat here. We got 31% from Come Here Now. We got 19% from Scott. We have 29% from Come Here Now. He adjusted it. JL saying 16%. Scott saying 18%. Mr. Scamper saying 4%. Brady saying 14%. Come Here Now just switching up again. 29%, 28%, 12% from Albert, 20% from Craig. Twin saying 28%. We have 234 saying 39%. That's the highest one. 24% from Dame. Well, guys, it's a Dynasty PPR. Which wide receiver? Side A is Deontay Johnson. Side B is Deebo Samuel. The actual percentage of people that voted for side A was Guys, it was high. 33% of people voted for Deontay
Good job,
Johnson.
Simon.
33%. Wow. Simon, you took the way over. I haven't seen many of those come to fruition yet, but wait, is that so? That's double. So that's
4 points.
He gets 4,
perfect,
and I get 2.
Yep.
And I get 0.
This is a very close game, guys. Very close game.
Zach, thank you. You just were being nice. I asked you to do that, and you did it.
That tied all up for everybody.
No. So
no,
Joey
he
has
took the
6,
lead.
Simon has 6, and Zach has 4. But is it close? It absolutely is.
It is neck and neck.
And neck, because there's 3 of us.
Can anyone think of a reason why so many people voted for Deontay Johnson other than what Joey said? I mean, there's a lot of Steelers fans out there.
I think what I said goes into it. I think people are down on Deebo. They're doubting his ability as just a pure receiver after he said he didn't want to be a running back anymore. I know my initial reaction was like, that's why I looked and said, well, wait, he had 1,400 yards just as a receiver last season. And then there's the uncertainty where he didn't want to come back. He wanted to be paid more. So maybe that's just pushing the Deontay Johnson side up a little bit.
On the field, the only thing I can think of with Deontay is he's a target monster, and that's about it. I'm trying to figure out 33. Man, that's a lot. And I mean, he caught a lot of passes last year, but other than that, I just
shout out to Come Here Now for getting 29%. Would have been within 5 percentage points. Fantastic guess. So I'll say this: Deebo Samuel, his injury history and concerns scared the hell out of me, especially for Dynasty. If I had Deebo Samuel right now on a team, I'd be shopping him, which I have in 2 leagues. I'm not giving him away. I'm trying to trade him for what his current value is. And if I can get something around that, I'm kind of all about it personally. But love Deebo. I think there's a good chance he gets injured again. I don't like calling people injury, risk, that often, but I think Deebo's one of them. I digress. All right. You ready for it, Simon?
Let's do it.
All right, Simon.
Here we go. This is the first poll that someone's going to get points on answering the poll itself. I got
Simon.
this.
PPR Dynasty Superflex. Side A is a 2023 first round pick, and side B is Aaron Jones. What percentage of people chose side A, the 2023 first round pick?
Well, people have already anointed AJ Dillon the quad god and made Aaron Jones just his lowly pass catching sidekick in that offense. It seems like, so I think this is going to be lower than it should be. And people are hyped about the 2023 class, and this is super flex, and they're hyped about the quarterback specifically. So that ups the value even more of that first. So I'm going to say this is on the first side, and it's a little bit more than just barely on the first side. You know what? I think my last guess was very good and the poll was just wrong. So I'm going to stick with that same number that was a really good guess last time. And we're going to go with 66% on the 23 first.
66% from Simon. So you think that 66% of people chose side A, the 2023 first. Is that correct, Simon?
Yeah. And Josh, that's kind of like a 9, not quite. But if you add them together, 66? That's 12. Then if you add those numbers together, it's 3. Another 6. And then 3 squared is 9. So you just got to do a couple extra steps to get there.
Now you need 3 6s to make it a 9. If we're being honest, all right. That makes it. Add them all together. That makes it 18. Add the 1 and the 8, and that's a 9. Easy. All right, Joey. Simon went with 66% on side A. Do you think the actual percentage of people that chose the 2023 first is over or under 66%?
Well, Josh, I think it's going to be slightly under. Just a hair.
Just ever so slightly.
So close that I want to say Queen Bee it, but I'm not going to because I'm scared.
All right, Joey thinks
and I want points.
Just a little bit under.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
That's super flex though. But I'm sticking with what I said, but that super flex makes it trickier.
Okay, Zach, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage of people that chose side A is over or under 66%?
I want to say way over, but that's just not good odds. So I'm just going to go with over.
All right, Simon, you split them. You split the room.
Yeehaw!
You split it. All right. Well, Simon went with 66%. Joey went with the under, and Zach went with the over.
And Alex wants to know, is this a poll he posted? Is
Probably.
This an Alex poll?
It might have been Alex. Actually, I think it was.
And Dame said, let me check Alex's charts real quick.
Dude, that's actually pretty crazy. So we have some guesses in the chat. We have Scott saying 74%. We have Scott again. Scott number two. Well, you second to post. Scott number 2 saying 55%. Twin saying 68%. Come Here Now saying 51%. JL saying 79%. J Wall saying 78%. Mr. Scamper saying 77%. JL switching up, going even higher, 84%, 64% for Brady, 61% for Coach Craig, 69.69 from Brady, 80 from Dame, 78 from Peakton High School. If this was his poll, I mean,
it's a lot more
70%
overs.
from Craig, 72% from Albert. All right, guys.
I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling it.
PPR's Dynasty Superflex. Side A is a 2023 first. Side B is Aaron Jones. The actual percentage of people that chose side A, the 2023 first, was 66. I feel bad about this side. It's 82%.
Wow. I should have gone way over. I would have had it by
82%, Simon.
Hey, Josh, let me get this straight. I guessed exactly 66 both times. And the answer to both the polls that I was asked in this game was 16 over that and 16 under that. The exact numbers to be one off in either direction both times.
That's what happened here.
What a statistical improbability that just occurred.
Wow. Well, the show's got the mark of the beast.
Well, you know what happened? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You know what? Something good came out of this. It tied it up, guys. It tied it up between all of you because, Joey, I'm sorry you did not pick the over-under correctly. Getting 0, Simon, outside of 15 percentage points, but Zach did pick the over-under correctly, and he's going to get 2 points and tying it up the mark of the... I'm gonna just do it. I know what Simon's doing, but
I have a demon goat on my shirt.
I thought I had something satanic. Oh, I do.
Oh, there you go.
It's a wrestling
Joey
shirt,
said, "I thought I had something satanic." Oh, I do. Very joyfully. Goody, my Satan's on.
Oh, hi, Satan.
Guys, this seems like one of those trades where, like, if you were a contending team, I'm willing to trade a 2023 first for Aaron Jones. Probably if I think that is going to get me the championship, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, I've got Aaron Jones ranked high enough for this year that it wouldn't be like too much of a. I mean, there's always the risk that it doesn't pan out, right?
He's 27 years old. You know,
he's 27.
27-year-old running backs. I hate them. But if I needed him for a championship. Your first is going to be late if you're that confident you're going to get a championship. So I guess I'd be willing to do a move like this. But
I would be too.
I think the value's on the 2023 first side.
I think you're right.
I think it's also
draft.
The timing. You don't make I wouldn't make this trade right now, even if I wanted Aaron Jones.
Mid-season.
You make it in the season when you know, hey, I am competing. This is one move away, and I'm going to leverage my future.
Exactly that. And then that also is a great point because during the middle of the season, that's also when the team with Aaron Jones, they're like, I really need to like do something here quickly. And maybe they're willing to give him away for even a little bit less than he's worth. So guys, you ready for the next poll?
Let's do it.
Yes, Josh.
All right, Joey. Who do you want in Dynasty right now? Side A is Elijah Moore. Side B is Terry McLaurin. What percentage of people chose side A?
Can I ask when this poll was posted?
You know what? I could.
It's not that important.
I could give you an exact number. All of them were within the last 6 days.
Okay.
Since last Thursday. But I'm gonna give you an exact number because you asked, and I'm a good person. So let me just you can keep thinking though.
There's been a movement in the last week for Jahan Dotson being the best wide receiver in Washington next year.
This was posted 3 days ago.
Okay. I'm going to go Elijah Moore, 54%. I actually am really interested to see what the Jets offense looks like this year. I mean, they've got Elijah Moore and Breece Hall and Zach Wilson, and everything looks. And was it Garrett Wilson? Did I mess up another rookie name this week? No. Okay, I didn't.
Jahan Dotson? Corrected. Is that what you mean?
No. On Garrett Wilson. I'm going to say Elijah Moore, 54%.
All right. Joey is saying that 54% of people chose Elijah Moore side A. Is that correct?
Yeah, 54 seems right. Yeah.
All right, Zach. Do you think the actual percentage of people that chose side A, Elijah Moore, is over or under 54%? Or way over, way under?
I think it's a great number, but I'm going to go just a little bit under.
Okay. So Zach thinks it's just a little bit under, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Simon, what do you think? Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 54%? Or way over or way under?
This one's very tough. Joey, I think you broke it down very well, and that's the struggle I'm having in my head. I think that's a good line, and what I'm trying to decide right now is who do I think won this poll? And if I think it was Terry McLaurin, I'll go under. If I think it was Elijah Moore, I'll go over because you're close enough to that 50% mark. I'll take the over, just barely, though. I think Elijah Moore was going to win this poll.
All right, so Simon thinks the over. Both, it must have been a pretty good guess, Joey, because both of the other contestants said, I think it's under, but just barely. And then Simon's, I think it's over and just barely. So they're thinking you're pretty close here.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's breaking friendships up. So
you love splitting people up. So Craig saying 64%, Scott saying 61%. Coming here now saying 58%. Coach Craig saying 48%. Dame saying 50%. Scott saying 65%. Albert saying 56%. Mr. Scamper saying 71%. And Peakton High School said 54 is a good line. I'd say 56. So
thank you, Alex.
I am surprised not one. Coach Craig is the only person that went on the Terry McLaurin side of this. The only person. I'm just a little surprised. Well, who do you want in Dynasty right now? Side A is Elijah Moore. Side B is Terry McLaurin. The actual percentage of people that chose side A, Elijah Moore, was 54%.
What? No!
54% of people chose Elijah Moore on this poll. You pretty much get the win. You're going to get 10 points. The other two aren't going to get any
game
points.
Out like that.
And now you pretty much get the win because of that. Because someone's going to have to get it exactly right on the final question just to tie you up to send it to an overtime.
Zach, we just got played so hard. Like this whole game is close, and then Joey nails one at the last second.
Dude, that was nuts. That was.
All right, awesome. So we're playing for second place. All right, that's cool.
Unless one of us can get it exactly right, at which point we'll force a tiebreaker.
Has anyone ever got it right on before on the show?
We've had it a couple times. Okay. It's been a while though.
It's been a while. Special. And you know what?
Cheers. I was gonna get a T-shirt made. Josh gonna drink for me.
I mean, technically, we both said it was a good line. So,
so we're all right.
That's like half credit.
And Alex in the chat said it's a really good line. So we're all so smart on this show.
I didn't even consider the queen bee. If Tim was on here, his chaotic energy.
I hadn't said, do you want a queen bee at all this entire game? So like me saying it right now, I felt like it would feel forward. You know, it just didn't feel right. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought about doing it, but good job, Joey. Good job.
Scott,
I'm gonna have to go back.
Just innocently asking, "Am I the best of all time?"
I'm gonna have to go back and watch Josh's reaction when I said 54 to see like his.
I think I was pretty.
I'm so scared of playing poker against you in Canton because you've got a good poker face. So
thank you. I appreciate it, guys. For me, I know Elijah Moore, you know, he's getting the hype. Terry McLaurin, he's really good though. And I know he's a little bit older, but I don't know. I thought this would be closer and a little bit on the Terry McLaurin side.
I prefer Terry McLaurin. I would take Terry McLaurin over Elijah Moore in Dynasty.
He's just proven so much more. Zach, what do you think? Who are you taking in Dynasty?
I mean, I see why it's so close because you have Elijah Moore with the age, but then he's tied to Zach Wilson right now. And they just got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. And then you have Terry McLaurin, who has been he's talented. He's done well, but they can't figure out the quarterback situation. I don't think Carson Wentz is really going to be the answer.
What?
Shocking. So who knows who they have next year? And he is getting, I mean, older is not old. What is he? 26-ish, 27.
Terry McLaurin. Yeah, he's 20. He's probably turning 27 during the season. If I
something like that. Yeah, so that's not like old. That's his peak. But
yeah.
So I can see it from both sides. But it also probably depends on your roster construction as well.
Yeah.
But I would lean Terry. But I thought it would be a really close poll.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was really fun. Are you taking Elijah Moore, Joey?
I probably am actually. I don't.
Okay.
Well, you know, in Dynasty, if the Commanders they address the quarterback position, because last I checked, wide receivers don't catch many shovel passes, so I don't think Terry going to get many of those. Yeah, I probably am taking more. Like I said, I'm really high on seeing what this Jets, and this is, man, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm excited to see what this Jets offense can do. Like,
it's weird.
There's so much draft capital there now. Like, let's go. Let's see what's going to happen. But yeah, I probably am taking more before McLaurin in Dynasty. In redraft, though, I'm rolling out with Terry one more year.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. I think you can make a case that Carson Wentz is the best quarterback that Terry McLaurin's ever played with. I mean, say what you will about Carson Wentz. He's going to give him opportunity. Yeah. So Terry McLaurin, the problem with him in a lot of people's minds is he's never like cracked that number one wide receiver. We've talked about this before. He's just been a back end number two receiver pretty much the entire time he's been in the league. So, which is great. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, but we haven't seen that upside. I think that's what we have seen for more in some people's minds in that very limited sample size. So I don't know.
And the disrespect to Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think they played together for half a game.
I thought of Ryan Fitzpatrick. I actually thought I have a jersey, but if he got to play a whole season with Ryan Fitzpatrick, maybe.
Besmirch his name on the day he retired.
God, Josh, just so disrespectful.
All right, guys, you ready for the last poll? I'm still trying to decide which one I want to do because I prepared. I have two different ones I'm deciding between. I think this one's a little bit more fun. I'll do with a more fun one. All right.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
This is when we write them down. I'm gonna grab my phone.
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna write it down. You can put it on your phone. If you have a pen and paper, that's great. You'll all write down a percentage. Whoever's closest will get 5 points. If you get it spot on, you get 10 points. And if Zach gets it spot on, I'm just, I was about to say he beats Joey, but we could go to a tiebreaker. All right, you guys ready for the last poll?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Who would you build a new NFL team around? Side A is prime Aaron Donald. Side B is prime Ray Lewis. What percentage of people chose side A, prime Aaron Donald? Zach, God. I am a Ravens fan. I'm not saying that should send you one way or the other on this one, but I know the other two guys know I'm a Ravens fan, so maybe I don't know. I'm just giving you all the information you might need. I'm not saying that in fact impacts the poll at all.
I hate the polls like this because it feels like it's like new school versus old school, but it's not even that old school. But I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, you guys just don't remember what it was like watching him play." 4,433 people voted on this one.
400,000, you said?
4,433. That would be the most voted on poll I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a big poll.
If there were 400,000 votes, then I would suspect foul play from one of the parties in this poll, that they had a bunch of bots go vote one way on it.
Aaron Donald went out and was like, "Oh," or Ray Lewis.
Yeah. And if Ray Lewis did, he actually probably didn't do it. He just hired other people to do it for him.
Allegedly.
Did they catch that? All right, good. All right.
Stay out of that one.
Okay, I'm right.
Who would you build a new NFL team around? Prime Aaron Donald or prime Ray Lewis? What percentage of people voted prime Aaron Donald?
Okay.
I've got my answer.
I'm almost done.
Today's answer was written on a picture of my daughter petting a starfish.
Wasn't that adorable?
Okay.
All right, guys. So you guys all got something written down?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Simon, let's see. What do you got first?
We're staying consistent. I'm going to go with 66% again.
So guys, keep in mind, it's probably 16 percentage points off one way or the other. So, we know what the Zach, what do you got written down?
I went with 72%.
72% from Zach. Kelly?
We are fairly close there, Zach.
I have 54.
54 is your number. I mean, it worked earlier, right?
Yeah. So we'll see.
I am sandwiched there in the middle.
Yeah. I got all those low numbers.
All right, let's see what the chat has to say about this one. Come here now saying 23%.
Yay.
Mark saying 63%. Scott saying 56%. Craig saying 65%. Brady saying 75%. JL saying 69%. Dame saying 73%. Peaked in high school saying 71%. Mr. Scamper saying 88%. Albert saying 60%. Jay Wall saying 35%. Scott saying 71%. And that looks like all our guesses so far. Guys, so who would you build a new NFL team around? Side A's prime Aaron Donald, side B's prime Ray Lewis. Well, the actual percentage of people that voted for side A, prime Aaron Donald, and just to remind you guys, 66, Zach went with 72, Simon went with 66, and Joey went with 54. The actual percentage of people that voted for side A, prime Aaron Donald, was
66.
48%. Joey,
No!
you were following it on today. 48% with 52% for Ray Lewis. 52% for Ray Lewis. It went on the Ray Lewis side, guys. Great.
Do people not know how the NFL works?
Listen, I was one of the 4,433 people that voted for it, and I did vote for Ray Lewis, so maybe I swayed it.
But you're a homer.
I'm a homer. Yeah, that's what you got to keep in mind on these. Well, but like how many Rangers versus Ravens fans? They're probably pretty equal, right? I don't know.
I don't know. But Damon, you're saying people have argued if Donald is the best of all time, even over Lawrence Taylor.
People have argued
I've
if Ray
heard
Lewis
those
is the best of all
arguments.
time, right?
Yeah, but if you're building your team, I can scheme around a linebacker. You can't scheme around Aaron Donald.
But does Aaron Donald bring what Ray Lewis brings motivational wise?
I don't know. I saw him with those knives dodging it in training. That's pretty motivational.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry, but Joey, you take the lead. You won today, big. Great job, Joey. Great job on the win today.
Can I have my points? Just
Oh
Just
yeah.
put 'em up there to
You know,
21.
I'll give you your points, and then
While you're adding those,
Can I have the Joey wins thing too?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
I need something for my Christmas card this year, please. Thank you.
Zach, thank you so much for coming on and playing today. We got second place, really, if you think about it. Zach and
it's
I
a
both came in
huge
second.
improvement from last time.
But Zach, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and hanging out with us today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So I'm reading the the message.
Guys, if you do not already follow our friend Zach, go and follow Zach right now. He's on Twitter at FF Chalupa Batman. And one more reminder about tonight, guys. Come hang out with us at 7 p.m. Eastern time for some fantasy football pub trivia. It is your chance to prove that you are the best at trivia out of everybody in the chat. Josh is going to be competing against you as well. He and I will be hosting it. So tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time, be here for fantasy football pub trivia. Until tonight, though, we are out of here. Another big thanks to Zach. A big congrats to Joey on the huge win. You are a giant wiener. And we are going to call it for today. We'll see you guys later.
Trading makes fantasy fun. Love you guys.
Woo.
Peace.